Hello everybody, assalamu alaikum. I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. Today I'm gonna show you how to draw eyelashes. I'm gonna show you my methods, tips, and tricks. Wow, that's not a zoom. What I use to make things look full, the difference between this set of eyelashes and this set of eyelashes, and other little things that I've learned. Okay? I hope you enjoy, and I hope this helps you out. Let's hop into the time lapse of the sketch. Alright, so let's get started. We're gonna start with these little bubbles over here. And so, typically speaking, when I draw eyelashes, there are one of two ways that I draw them. I either draw them where they arc up, or I'll draw them where they arc over the eye. Most times it's, I'm gonna use a different color because I don't quite like that color. Let's see. How does that look? It still looks weird. Yeah, because I don't typically like the more fabulous eyelashes that go like up like that. That's not my thing. So there are like three ways that I draw eyelashes. I'll draw them to where they sort of make like a point, two right beside each other. I'll draw it to where there are two coming out of the same spot, and then I'll draw two parallel to each other. This one I use for fullness. This one I'll use to make them look a little bit more sporadic and not as uniform. And this is just what I use as a base to just get some down. It kind of does the job of these and those. It kind of does the job of both of those. So that's how I use that. So for this sweet little boys, I tend to, ooh shoot, that's too close. I get pretty close when I'm drawing the eyelashes, and I'll start out, this is too big of a, let's see, how's that? Yeah, Yeah, that's better. I'll start off on this end, and what I'll do is I'll draw at least 5 to start out with, and I draw these 5 so that I can gauge. You can't even see it right there, but I'll draw these 5 so that I can gauge at what length I want these to stop, because as you see, they all stop about here. You can't even see this one, but you know, bear with me. After I do these 5, I'll do this, right in between them. I'll go like that. Let's see, I need to make these darker just so you have a better example of what this is supposed to look like. Oh, that's green. No, it's not green. Why does it look green? It was too yellow leaning. That's what it was. I think this was the brush. Yeah, it's easy. But as you can see, it needs to be more full. So that's when I'll go in between these spaces, and I'll either do really short lashes. What? Really short lashes like this. Or I'll do, like I said before, the doubles. Right down by each other. In any space that I feel like needs to be filled, I'll do that. And then sometimes I'll even have a few that do go up, just for some variation. Right? Sometimes I'll even draw some that arc up, but I will, if I'm trying to go for the look where I want the eyelashes to come over the eye, I'll typically make these a lot thinner right on top. Right? So as you can see, there's a complete difference between the two. I'll also do where right on the bottom, I'll just do very sparsely, much shorter lashes. I don't do too much on the bottom just because I don't like to. But yeah, if I want these eyelashes to match the eyelid, I'll just go in, change it, and then boom, now they match. But that when you do that, it typically makes them look like they have on eyeliner, and I don't put eyeliner on any kind of character that I usually do. So Mr. Fabulous, Mr. Cutum Patunums, he's gonna have eyes like that, eyelashes like that, that arc downward. I'll go ahead and do his other eye in time lapse, so you guys don't have to see that. Alright, so next guy, this guy. Zooming out and then zooming back in. What is up with me today? As you see, these give two totally different looks. Because his eyes are half lidded, I typically will angle the eyelashes down. His are a little bit more open than his are, so I angle them up. Gonna do this lady down here. How big of a brush do I need for her? That seems about right. So We're gonna do hers like his, where there are some going over, some going under, and I'll show you why I do that. So let's see. Do I want hers to be fabulous? Nah, probably not. As you're drawing them, they need to stand more upward the farther they get in that direction. Right? You gotta make sure that they hit a certain length. They go out farther towards this direction than that direction. Get some short ones. It does not matter if these overlap each other at all, because that's what you want. And fill in with some longer ones. I try not to do singles too much, because when you do the single ones, it looks a little odd. Do them in twos, and it looks a little better. Alright. I keep saying right like y'all are in here. And I'll also have it to where I'll angle right below the eye. But not below the eye, below the eyelid. To give it a bit of variation, because that is where eyelashes come from. Like a little ways below. And when you do it like that, it gives it more fullness. Makes it a little bit more realistic. And I'm actually gonna, like I said, have some coming down as well. And it may look like a mess close up on there, but eyelashes look kind of spidery when you're close up on them anyways. You know how luscious and voluminous that is? And I already drew a lash line down here. So like that. See? It makes a lot of difference. Since I did it like this on this eye, I'm going to do it differently on this eye to show you the difference in the two. I'll have them right next to each other. I'll just have these going down, but use that same method where I drew 5 of these like grass blades to start off with. Draw these little bad boys in the middle of each grass blade, and then fill in the rest. Like I said, try not if you're trying to make it look more full, try not to fill it in with just single eyelashes. Always try to do the doubles, right? If you do the doubles, it'll make it look more full faster, and if you do singles, it makes it look a little bit more spidery than you would want it to. If you are drawing a picture where the eyes are close up, you're not going to want it to look spidery. Like I said, with these two, you're going to be looking at these since they're pretty small from a distance. So spidery eyelashes won't matter on these, but because the eyes on this are so big, having more kempt, I don't know why I use the word kempt so much, but having more uniform strokes helps. But as you can see, there's a huge difference between eyelashes that go over the eyes and eyelashes that don't. Like I said, with these little loops, See how they have like loops there? That helps with the fullness at the base of the eyelash. And you can also vary the brush thickness to get like a different effect as well, but I always do my eyelashes the same thickness that I do the eyebrows. So that is how you do that. Let's go. Where is the shade? It's on this one. This is why I'm going to show you why I normally do. Is this the shade I used? Why I like to make the eyelashes go over the eyeball. So we're gonna do like this. You can add, this is too thick. You can add shadow, right? Because eyelashes give shadow. Eyelashes make a shadow. And these shadows would also go over the iris. But that is one way that you can also make it look thicker. If you don't want to draw a whole lot of eyelashes, you could just draw that. And this is not something that I do all the time, but if I'm feeling froggy, I'll do this. Especially if I feel like the eyes are gonna be like the center of attention or the main attraction, you know. It casts a shadow on the skin. And I learned this from actually looking at a selfie of mine, because if you go back on my channel, I was going through this phase where I just wasn't okay with the way I looked. So my cheat code for that was to turn myself into art. And I love art. So like, if I turn myself into art, there's no possible way I can hate the way it looks, because it's art, you know? And I think I unlocked the cheat code doing that. But that was where I discovered this shadow casting thing. And like I said, I'll only do that on eyes that are like the center of attention. But I'll take one last look at these so you can get it better. Why aren't you going? There we go. These are the eyelashes that arc downward versus the more fabulous eyelashes that arc upward. I prefer these because it gives like a sweeping motion, like sort of like a camel, a camel's eyelashes. It does like sort of a sweeping motion, but like, yeah, I prefer these. These go over the eyes. These are for more fabulous characters. I'll add them to all characters because everyone has eyelashes. He probably needs a little bit more lower lash, but everyone has eyelashes. This one here, he's my favorite. I love him. He's so chocolate. Chocolate is a bad word. He's so toasty brown, and I love him. It's like he looks like my nephew. Like, it's adorable. So yeah, that's the tutorial. I hope it helped. I hope I haven't been talking for too long, honestly. 13 minutes, that's fine. Yeah, I hope I haven't been talking for too long. I hope this was helpful. I hope you like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out my other videos. And I'd like to say that this video was suggested. I might have said it at the beginning. This video was suggested by a fabulous lady here on YouTube and Instagram named Artistik Freedom. I'll put her down in the description. She suggested that I make a tutorial on eyelashes, and so here we are. I hope this helped you, Amira. I hope this helps anybody who's watching, and I hope you guys, stick around for next week. Bye.